Hello, Cancerians, and welcome to your Sunday Angels and Spells reading for February 7th, 2021. Thank you for being here. We're changing it up again. We've added a bunch of oracle cards to start. And the first one's going to come from the Oracle of the Unicorns. Thank you so much for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. What'd you get? Oh, I don't know if I've ever had this card before. Past lives. Release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. You know, I recently had received a astrological reading from Rux from Written in the Stars, and I have to tell you that the most incredible thing was to find out that astrologically, she saw that in my past lives, there were things that had happened to me which explained why I am the way I am now. And it seems so strange because I do certain things that there's no reason for it. Like, I have no reason to be so safety conscious, so conscious about certain things. Yet, she saw in my astrological chart there were planets in certain houses that showed how horrible my life had been in other lives. And it was so comforting to know that I wasn't just weird, but karmically I had carried forward what I had experienced in a past life. And this is what's going on for, there is a Cancerian, I mean, I don't know how many of you there are out there who might need this to say, wow, you know, maybe that habit I have, you know, is not because of now, but because of what I've experienced in past lives. And it's okay to move past it, to release it, to stop feeding into it. I like that. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. So do you have a habit or something that people think is a little peculiar and can't figure out why you do it? Maybe that's what they're talking about. You know, do you feel a need to be like the perpetual Boy Scout, Cancerians? Do you always have to have things, you know, prepared? Can you not leave the house without, you know, certain things? You know, those might be the things that you need to address. Now, I haven't been taking multiple cards, and because I caught that, I'm not. This is the deck of little reminders, Law of Attraction Oracle cards. Okay, Cancerians, what did you get? I like it. Relax. I choose to relax and not to fill my mind with worry, as that creates stress. That's what I was talking about, is that I believe this is for Cancerians who are having a problem with relaxing, like they worry about things that they don't necessarily have a reason. Like, you haven't had a bad experience that says, you know, well, every time you do this, this is going to happen. It just seems very arbitrary, and so it's created a lot of tension, maybe with you and those around you. And this card is saying it's time to release it, you know. And I always tell everybody with these cards especially that if you want, you screenshot it and then you can remind yourself throughout the day, or write it on a small piece of paper and tuck it in your pocket. And every time you touch it, remind yourself, you know, I choose to relax and not to fill my mind with worry, as that creates stress. You know, that whole concept, you can't worry about what hasn't happened because it hasn't happened. So trust me, Cancerians, I have a Cancer moon, and I am with you in certain areas, and it is not always in a comfortable world. But it's definitely better than the alternative, so I'm hanging tight. Okay, next we're going to get a Spellcasting Oracle card for you, Cancerians. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, Cancerians, your Spellcasting Oracle card is Friendship. And look at how lit up she is. Her heart chakra, possibly even the root chakra. Look at that. This, to me, speaks of that whole past lives and healing past lives. I think that it, to me, whoever needs to hear this, it is having an effect on your present, and you need to take comfort in support in your friendships. I would imagine that you may have a few close friends who see how hard it can be for you at times and are there for you. And this to me is saying, take support from them. Listen to them, because they may intuitively give you things that you didn't think about and may help you in moving forward, relaxing and releasing, so that you don't feel so worried about things. And in today's world, I don't know anybody who's not worried at least a little bit about something. Oh, I like this. Cancerians, these are the Life Purpose Oracle cards. And your card is animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as the animals are part of your life's work. Now, I know that sounds a little kooky and a little bit like, what is it? Dr. Oh, I am having so many little brain farts today. Oh, Dr. Dolittle, that's it. But I think that, I was watching something earlier and they talked about how, like, dogs sense when you're stressed. And I think if you are around an animal and they seem to be pushy, I don't think they're being pushy. I think they're being supportive. And that could be one of your friendships. And I know that sounds a little strange maybe to say, but I understand that, so many people during all that we've gone through over the last year or so have adopted an animal. Maybe you weren't even in a home that wanted an animal. Maybe you were one of those people who said, ugh, an animal? I don't want to walk it. I don't want to clean a kitty litter box. I don't want to do this. But you did. Or you have a family's home that you go to and there's an animal that rubs against you and wants to be near you. And I don't know if you realize this, but they're trying to tell you it's okay. So it's going to be okay, Cancerians. You will get past this. You will heal, but you have to accept help, whether it's from friends and or animals. And maybe if you haven't found your life's purpose, maybe this is talking about maybe volunteering. Volunteering is becoming very big. Giving back, the whole Aquarian energy. Maybe you end up volunteering, or you have thought about it, volunteering at an animal shelter or some form of animal rescue. I have had friends who have done rescues for dogs. I have a friend who did horse rescues. So there are many forms. So, your interest, and I think that also could help gain a wonderful circle of friends, which would definitely help to relax. Don't you think? And maybe that's where this all comes from. Maybe your past life karma involves trust and your circle of friends. So let's see. Any other cards for my Cancerians? I think Gemini only got 2 cards too, but we already have so many Oracle cards, I don't know that it matters. These are the Dark Mansion Tarot cards, Cancerians. Okay, yeah, we're just getting told done. So instead of wasting time. So how did you start, Cancerians, with past lives? Release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. Don't forget, we have the new moon this week. So if ever there was a time to get a new start, this would be it. Your law of attraction reminder was to relax. I choose to relax and not fill my mind with worry, as this creates stress. You need to relax, right? And friendship. Don't be afraid to ask for support or accept support. And maybe a suggestion from a friend who seems to have given you some very interesting advice that at first you don't think is correct, but maybe the more you look at it, the more you realize that they may be onto something. There could even be an animal, or maybe you find support from animals. And that's what I'm saying. If you had an animal who passed, maybe this is saying that volunteering, like I said, at an animal shelter, something might help. Or maybe you foster abused animals until they can be adopted. I love this. This is perfect. The Empress. The Empress is the mother of all the zodiac. She is like the perfect partner. She is maternal and kind and loving. And when you look at your cards, we have the Empress. We have this beautiful angel with this leopard caring for her. We have this beautiful woman who is dancing and having fun with her friends. And look at the overseeing person. And I almost feel like this is the Empress again. And here we have a young woman with a unicorn, caring for her unicorn. This to me is all very Cancerian. You guys can be very caring, very kind, very loving. And I think this is all in support of that. And then you have a Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles he's definite, but he's not coming tomorrow. He's coming in a while. He is making a plan. He is checking every avenue, and he is looking to see what is the best path to take. So when I see any of the court cards, they make me think of people. So this could be someone in your life who is maybe your friend who is trying to help you find your path to freedom from the stress that you seem to be under and the concern you have for why you are the way you are. I think you don't realize how awesome you could be, and that you're only focusing on the negatives and not the positives. I think the Empress is here to remind you of how wonderful you are, and to remind you, look at all these pictures. Relax. You are so much to so many others that it's now time to let them help you. And this is not an overnight journey. This is something that will take time. But set your intentions and it can happen. So thank you very much for being here, Cancerians. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. And please, don't forget, take time for you. Bye-bye.